Now you can see how I'm preparing the new valve guides in order to be assembled on the head cylinder. This is the original one. As you have seen before, it is in 2 stages. So I have used these 2 stages in order to take a dimension to make this channel. On this channel I'll put a circlip in order to have a signal, let's say a sign, when you press the valve guide on the head cylinders, and you know where to stop, because we have to press this guide until here in order to fit with this one. This one is only 1 millimeter shorter, but it is a better quality. This is a valve guide for Fiat Tipo. And now I'll have to make this channel for the other guide. As you can see, I have the valve guide in the lathe. I have put a sign here, and now with this parting tool, this one, I will make the sign, the channel. Okay, we started to make the channel, and I'll have to keep up this way in order to make the channel. And now I have the valve guides ready to be pressed in the head cylinder. This is the part number for the valve guides. The producer is from Italy, it is called Freccia, and this is the part number. Also, you can find these valve guides on various outer diameters. You can find on 14 millimeter, 14 millimeter 0.06, 14 millimeter 0.06, 14 millimeter 0.11, because in the head cylinders you can have various diameters, and you need a press fit, and you have to choose the proper outer diameter in order to have a good press fit in the head cylinder. Now we let the head cylinder to cool down, and after that I will check the valve guide, but it already seems good. After I have pressed the valve guides, you can see them now, they are in position. I have started to rectify the seats. This is rectified, this is not rectified. For this job I'm using this special tool. I have a complete set, and we can see the difference. Before it was a small contact area before rectifying the valve seats, and now we have, if we compare, we have here somewhere to 1.5 mm, under 2 mm, and here we have 3 mm. So now it is better. It is better because with a wider contact area we have a better cooling for the valves. This head cylinder, it is already made. I have the seats rectified. As you can see, we have also a good contact area, and you can see also on the new valves they are all already lapped, and you can see the contact area is somewhere to 3 mm. This is the old valve, original. If we look closely, we can see the difference. This is the contact area, it is maximum 2 mm, and watch on this one, it is 3 mm. So this way we will have a better cooling. So I just have to continue the work on this head cylinder. A small but important detail, it is the bolt of the rocker. As you can see, through this hole is not passing. Here it is passing, but it is passing because I have already rectified with the reamer. When I have disassembled these head cylinders and all the parts from the head cylinders, I have a problem to extract the bolt through these holes, and in that moment I have understood why some head cylinders are broken here and welded. The engine is running for a long time, and the material here tends to shrink a little. So we have this bolt is 10 mm outer diameter, and here it is becoming something near 10 mm. And when you want to disassemble, you can't extract the bolt, and you are tempted to hit with a hammer here. And when you are hitting here with a hammer, you will break this mount here. And also, if we look here, the bolt, it is in 2 stages, 10 mm here and less than 10 mm here. And this is the area where the material of the mount, it is shrinking here in this channels, let's say. And when you want to disassemble, if you are hitting with the hammer here, you can risk to break this mount. So you have to be careful when you are disassemble the head cylinders and when you want to extract this bolt. So we take a 10 mm reamer and we are rectifying just a little. In order to eliminate the ridge. So now, as you can see, the bolt, it is passing. You don't have to insist, because you don't want to have play here in this mount. But you make a pass maximum 2, and you'll have a clean hole here in order to put the bolt and to extract the bolt if you want. As you can see, I have pressed the pipes on the head cylinders. I have used also a sealant. It is a Loctite, green Loctite, which is quite hard. And now we are in position with the pipes at 108 millimeters. The original before, it was at 107 millimeters. I have put the pipes on 108 millimeter because I want to add here a thicker gasket in order to have a better sealing between the head cylinder and the cylinder. Also, I have made another things. I have cleaned the threads on the studs in interior and in the exterior. Also, I have locked the studs with Loctite, and the head cylinders are quite finished now because we have the valve guide in position, the seats rectified, we have new valves, the same job also on the other head cylinder, rectified seats, new valves and new valve guides. So the only work now it is to paint the pipes on the head cylinders and to assemble the springs and the rockers, but I don't have problems with the spring and the rockers. And after all this work with the pipes, I have found in a box for almost new pipes. So somehow you can say I have worked for nothing, but the experience was important for me. So I will keep these pipes on the head cylinder, and this I will use on another project. I have painted the pipes. They are looking quite good, and also I have started to assemble the springs and the valves on the head cylinders. As you can see on this one I have assembled already, so it is finished. I have to continue with this one, but before continuing with this one I want to show you something. We have the springs for the valves, and also we have the shim support that is come like this. The shim, it goes here, but under this shim we have also an insulator shim. This is for insulating the spring from the heat of the head cylinder, because the heat of the head cylinder in time it affects the springs. It will make the spring to be softer. So this spring, this shim is quite worn out, and I had different shims. This I believe are originals, and I have two shims like this and two shims like this one, which is thicker and with a larger diameter. As you can see, this has exactly the same diameter as the shim support, but these ones are a little smaller, you can see. So I have ordered new insulator shims, but these ones are even smaller and even thinner. So I don't want to use this, and I have decided to make like this. I have used the thicker shims because they are better to insulate the springs, and I have used one shim on the exhaust because we have a lot of heat in this area on the exhaust valve, and for the intake valve I have used an iron shim, which it has the same diameter with the support shim, and also the same thickness with this one. So the metal shim I will put only on the intake valve, because on the side of the intake valve we don't have so much heat, because this area it is cooling from the air intake of the engine. This is the way I did it already for this head cylinder, and I will make it again on this head cylinder. So now I have finished the head cylinders. As you can see, I have the valves and springs assembled, and the next step is to assemble the cylinders with pistons and the head cylinders. So these are all cylinders rectified at 79 millimeter. You can see the honing, and these are new piston, 79 millimeters, actually 78.94. These are Almond pistons, good quality, and I will use with Goetze rings.